We now get to the topic of commenting your HTML code. I recommend adding comments to your HTML documents to make them more readable and understandable, and also to remind yourself or future editors what you were trying to achieve with your HTML tags. In fact, I require my students to thoroughly comment their HTML code. Comments are also a great way to keep track of revisions. These comments only appear when the document is opened with a text editor. They're ignored by the browser and therefore are not displayed in the browser itself. Comments are written like this here. The opening tag is a less than sign, exclamation point, and then 2 dashes. The closing tag is 2 dashes and a greater than sign. So here is a comment right here in my code. Notice that there's an exclamation point after the opening bracket, but not before the closing bracket. A little bit unusual for an HTML tag, a little bit different. If we look at this page in the browser, notice that we don't see that comment, only the table of contents and then chapters 1, 2, and 3 per the code included down here in my body. However, notice that if you choose to view the source code by choosing View Page Source here in Firefox, the comment is very clearly visible right here in the source code. Since commenting your code is such an important task when writing HTML, I put together a list of tips for commenting your HTML documents. First, comments are particularly useful for describing why you used a particular tag and what effect you were hoping to achieve with the tag. Another good use for comments is to remind yourself or future editors to include, remove, or update certain sections of the HTML. You should view your commented pages in a browser before publishing to make sure your content is indeed getting commented correctly. The last thing you want to do is have your comments appear in the browser. Beware, however, of comments that are too private. While the comments are indeed invisible in the browser, remember they're completely visible when the user views the source code, as I did in my Firefox browser, or when they save the page as HTML code. Now, links are another fundamental HTML element that we need to cover. So let's now move on to the next movie so I can introduce you to URLs, or Uniform Resource Locators, which are used to both address and link to documents on the World Wide Web.